Hi, thanks very much for clicking on the video link. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution, and today I get to talk to friend and colleague Aric Garza in Texas for an idle chat for the American Bar Association's Section 4 Dispute Resolution. Hi, Aric, how are you?
Hi, Natalie. I'm doing great. Should I say good evening or good afternoon?
It's tea time for me, yeah.
Okay, it's good morning for me. So, salutations.
There you go. Salutations to you, my friend. So, Aric, if you haven't watched the other videos, got about 120 questions written out on these cards. I shuffle the cards. I ask a question. These are not heavy thinking kinds of questions. This is not cutting edge journalism.
Trivial Pursuit or anything like that?
It's not even that.
Okay.
No, you need to lower your standard, like by 10%, lower your standards like by 10%.
I've got my phone ready to look up the answer to your questions on Google. So I'm ready to go.
There's no right answer. There's no right or wrong, right?
Okay. Okay.
So we will give the cards a shuffle and have ourselves an idle chat.
Where do you get these cards from, by the way? Where do you get these cards from?
The physical card I ordered on Amazon, and the questions are just from, I don't know where I got them.
Okay. All right. Ready.
An insane. I'm just a curious cat, I guess.
Okay.
All right. The first card, Aric, Die Hard. Is this a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie?
God, that sounded like almost like on the level of the Ginger or Marianne, isn't it? Let's see. I'm going to say not a Christmas movie. When you think of Die Hard, I don't think you think of Christmas. It doesn't have that. To me, it's an exciting action film, sort of like, good guy versus the bad guy, where the good guy prevails and the good guy's sort of like the underdog, and he's witty and funny, and I love that movie. But I don't think of Christmas when I think of that movie at all. Just because it has
well, the whole thing is just set in a company Christmas party.
Yeah, but that's just one segment of they don't show anything about Christmas except just that one part. I mean, I know that's why he's there, and but that's just a little tinge of it. I'm trying to think of a movie that has some reference to Christmas, but it's not really a Christmas movie at all. I'll think of one as we go along, but I'm on the no side. What is the answer?
Yeah, I'm yeah.
What did the survey said? Survey says
it's a Christmas movie.
No, I beg to differ. Okay. Hey, reasonable minds can disagree.
You can have any answer you want. This is your idle chat, my friend.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Need new glasses. This is a good one for you. If you were hired to show tourists around your town, what would you be showing them?
Well, okay, that's a very good question, because I have done this before. I used to have an office downtown, middle of San Antonio, and I loved showing tourists stuff. I love showing tourists our various things, but I always tell them when I would do that, I would say, about the Alamo, about the Riverwalk, you can find those things on any map and so forth. Let me show you where the good places to eat that the locals go to. Let me show you where this place is where people, go to for a little bit of shopping, but it's off the beaten track. So for me, it's and it's not even the big restaurants. It's the little hole in the wall that you don't know about, that maybe got an 86 on the health records, not 100.
Dives and diners.
Yeah, things like that. The convenience store that has that special little candy that you will not get. Yeah. So I don't know if I need to be more specific, but I like to. And you know what? I will tell you this: San Antonio, we've been very fortunate to have many conventions, but also a lot of college athletic events like the Final Four. And it's great because you see all these groups of people wearing all purple, Northwestern, or people wearing, red, Ohio State, and they're all just together, and they're all looking for something to do or somewhere to go. And I just love walking up to those people and say, hey, you guys are not from here. Let me show you. And everyone's just so nice and happy. And then I always just, of course, say, go Northwestern, and they all go crazy. So it's a lot of fun. Tourist downtown.
It's such a nice place to visit. It really, really is. All right, sir, what habit do you have now that you wish you had started much earlier in your life?
That's a good one. I would say investing regularly. When you get older, of course, financially, you start thinking about, your future and so forth. But when you're young, you just kind of live day by day, and most of the time you don't have the means to do it. But anyone could just stock up a little bit here and there, and if you place it, I do remember distinctly, like not having a lot of money, but thinking to myself, if I could only invest in Apple, and this is like in the 80s, if I could only invest in that, and stuff like that. I remember thinking about that, and I just never thought about it because I thought, well, I only have like $70 to my name, so I need to find the next meal. Yeah. So that investing. So if there's anyone under the age of 25 or 30 listening to this, trust me, you can do it. There's a lot of stocks out there that are just, that are not.
There you go. Just start a little savings account.
Yeah, it's called discount brokerage, discount investing. Look it up, and then there are apps. Of course, you can do. I think there's one called Robinhood. I'm going to say, which I'm not quite sure I like the name. It connotes, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. It's not like.
But it's easy to use. Yeah.
Very easy to use. You just put money in there and you invest, and I think a lot of people are doing it. So yeah, good for them. So but too. I wish I would have done that.
I think so too. Eric, I think I know the answer to the next card.
Okay.
But I'll let you answer it. We'll see if I'm right.
This is like a Carmack.
Yes. If we were at a talent show, what skill would you perform?
Oh, guitar and singing. I love guitar. Yes. I should say this, I should point out to the audience, I am known as the blues lawyer, at, the @ sign on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Of course, COVID has dashed a lot of my, sort of live gigs, but I'm still playing out there and actually getting paid. That makes me a professional musician, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean, sometimes I get paid in very little cash. Sometimes I get paid in beer. That's still paid.
It works for me. It works for me. Blues lawyer. I like it.
I love it. But I will say this, just to add to that, is that we're all professionals, or a lot of us are professionals. You got to have some diversion. You got to have something, whether it's macrame or painting or something that gets the other side of your brain working.
Exactly. Yeah, we all need that mental health component to our lives. You're so right. Aric, what noise do you love the most?
Noise. Mm-hmm. It would be easy if you said, what noise do you hate the most? Which would be all of them nowadays.
Well, let's flip it around. What noise do you hate the most?
Cat walking around meowing, like right now. I don't like that noise while I'm in a meeting. Cat just meowing. No, actually, I would say really nice, pleasant noise that I hear from time to time is that distant train in the distance when it hits a intersection has this, of course, what you call it?
The train whistle.
The train whistle. There you go. And it's just a perfect distance to where you hear it, but you don't hear it very loud at all. It's just a distant kind of like almost sort of background sounds, really nice, peaceful sounds. So in the middle, I'd say around 10 p.m. or so, we'll hear a train go by and you know, and it's nice and calm, very soothing. I like that sound.
Nice soundtrack to your life. All right, Aric, what is the best breakfast?
Breakfast tacos, which I make personally from
What is in
scratch.
a breakfast taco?
Oh gosh, okay. You begin with either a flour or corn tortilla. You flour, tortilla de harina, and then it's basically just flour, you know, like ground flour, with you know, just a little bit of water and oil, sometimes lard, Crisco, from scratch. Now I don't make those from scratch, but I know where to get some good ones. And then, God, how many? It's like 874 permutations of breakfast tacos: potato and egg, chorizo and egg, sausage and egg, bean and cheese, chorizo and bean. You know, and they're like a perfect little tiny little slice of heaven because they just warm, they make you feel good with a little bit of coffee, you know, just 2 tacos. I have that real quick story. I was in downtown San Antonio, one of my favorite places, having breakfast, and I was sitting there. This was early in the morning. It was before work. I was going to go into my office. I was just sitting there, not many people in there, and in come 2 really nice people that clearly were not from San Antonio. They were just tourists. They were just looking around. Like, they came in, they sat down, and they were a couple of tables from me, and they ordered, they said, do you have oatmeal or pancakes? We like eggs and pancakes. And I was just like, man, they don't realize they're in one of the best places for breakfast tacos. They don't get it. They don't know. So when the waitress came to me, I said, hey, don't tell them. But I said, just send them a couple of tacos, like few tacos, and then put it on my bill. Just don't tell them who it's from, and then see how they react. And they were just like kind of surprised. And of course I was just looking, and she went along with it. She got them the tacos. She didn't tell them where it was from. They ate them, and you could just see it in their face. They were just like, oh man, these are good. And I was just like, yeah, mind blown. And then they went back to Idaho and they opened a taco stand.
True story.
And now they're millionaires.
Because that's how we do in Idaho.
Yeah.
All right. And Aric, I'll ask you the same last question that I ask everybody else. And that is, what do you love most about working in the resolution industry?
Getting a case settled. I don't know how, it's a simple, straightforward answer, but just to see that, you know, as someone who's litigated cases for years and years, you see all of the emotional and financial drain that it takes on people. Some more than others, but it's always some type of a toll on people in some way or the other. To see that this is now ended, and you played a part in helping to facilitate its ending. No more attorney's fees, no more court case, no more trial. It's been resolved. And you see the relief in people's face. That is a really nice thing for someone who spends all of their day fighting with people, to see people just kind of mend their ways a little bit. You know, just kind of have that, you know, becoming whole again. And when you see it in someone's face, it's really nice because, you know, someone who handles litigation, it's sort of a long time period. Usually it could be a year, it could be 2 years, even longer. But in one small time frame of a couple of hours, you see them from fighting to resolving it in a real short period of time, and it's done. I mean, that's amazing. That's really a nice, fulfilling thing. And I think people that are drawn to mediation, and especially mediation, are the kind of people that really were the kind of kids that would see a fight in the schoolyard, and would be the kind of kid that would be, hey, break it up, break it up. That kind of kid were the ones that grew up to become mediators.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you grew up to participate in our industry. We're better off for having you. And if someone is interested in finding out more about you or your practice, what's the best way for them to do that?
Oh, well, I have, you know, a website, and it's SA, like San Antonio, businessattorney.com, sabusinessattorney.com. Or you can just type in my name. I spell it in an unusual way. It's spelled ARIC, Garza. And then you type that into Google, and you can find me, or if you want to, look up the blues lawyer.
All right, blues
Do that.
lawyer, thank you so much for your time. It's always fun talking to you.
I always enjoy our conversations. Thank you.